Were in my way. I needed more from my antidepressant. Vraylar helped give it a lift.
Adding Vraylar to an antidepressant is clinically proven to help relieve overall depression symptoms better than an antidepressant alone. And in Vraylar clinical studies, most saw no substantial impact on weight. Elderly dementia patients have increased risk of death or stroke, report unusual changes in behavior or suicidal thoughts. Antidepressants can increase these in children and young adults, report fever, stiff muscles, or confusion, as these may be life-threatening, or uncontrolled muscle movements, which may be permanent. High blood sugar, which can lead to coma or death, weight gain, and high cholesterol may occur. Movement dysfunction and restlessness are common side effects. Stomach and sleep issues, dizziness, increased appetite, and fatigue are also common. Side effects may not appear for several weeks.
I didn't have to change my treatment. I just gave it a lift.
Ask about Vraylar and learn how AbbVie can help you save.
This isn't Charmin. No wonder I don't feel as clean.
Here's Charmin Ultra Strong.
Ah, my bottom's been saved.
With its diamond weave texture, Charmin Ultra Strong cleans better with fewer sheets and less effort. Enjoy the go with Charmin.
Can a cream really reduce wrinkles? More than 100 women tried L'Oreal Triple Power.
My smile lines and the wrinkles have diminished.
Triple Power visibly reduces wrinkles, firms, and brightens.
I saw results in 1 week. It absolutely works.
Revitalift Triple Power from L'Oreal Paris.
It does what it says.
It's impossible to describe how important it is to have someone you trust out here.
There's a twist to today's challenge. Big stakes. This challenge is on. This is what you want. You gotta find another gear. We have a real showdown. Wow.
A new Survivor, Wednesday on CBS and streaming on Paramount+.
There are 130 hostages trapped inside Axe Industries. We have nowhere else to turn.
My son, who couldn't be bothered to so much as call, wanting my help.
Wasn't my idea.
I designed the building. I can get us here. Power's down. Go now. There's something bad in that basement. We gotta find out what's going on.
Helen, I can't see.
True Lies. New Wednesday, 10/9 Central on CBS and streaming on Paramount+.
All new episodes, all month long, continue tonight.
Street gangs in London went after several female targets.
This is your last chance to help.
You picked the wrong day to shoot at an FBI agent. Why does he need the guns, and what's he planning?
All new FBI's all month long, continue tonight on CBS.
Agent Ward, what's our sit rep?
Intruders entered the gate using Colonel Sittenfeld's CAT card and penetrated the Class 5 palletization point you see there.
Okay, these are casualties?
2 sentries, both shot dead, we assume, with sound suppressors.
Academy now.
Wow.
So, you know, there's just, you know, if policing is a family, you saw a lot of that in Louisville today.
Yeah, well, we wish them the best, certainly. John Miller, thank you. Andrew McCabe, thank you. We learned more today about the men and women who were killed and wounded. Again, police officer Nicholas Wilt, as John mentioned, is in the hospital, critical condition, recovering from a gunshot wound. As we mentioned, he was just 10 days out of the police academy. He also served as a volunteer firefighter in the area. Juliana Farmer was starting the next chapter in her life. She just moved to Louisville. It was only her 3rd week with Old National Bank. She was just 45. And James Tutt also worked at the bank, was deeply involved with a local nonprofit in developing and promoting the city's downtown area. He was 64. Tommy Elliott was 63. He was a senior vice president of the bank. He was also close friends with Kentucky Governor Andy Beshear, Louisville's mayor, and many others, including our next guest, John Brown. His sister is our colleague, Pam Brown. John, I appreciate you being with us. I'm so sorry it's under these circumstances and so sorry for the loss of your friend. I understand you and your wife had just been with Tommy and his wife on Saturday. What can you tell us about him?
We sure were, Anderson, and thanks for your coverage and the opportunity to talk about Tommy. We were with Tommy and his wife, Mary Ann, Saturday night. We went to Top Golf and then out to dinner afterwards and just had a typical fun Saturday night together. Talked about Tommy's daughter just getting engaged, the young man asking for permission to marry her. and how sweet that was. And the next day, Tommy was texting, teasing about how bad my wife and I were at golf, asking if we were watching the Masters. And
by the way, I assume he gave his permission on the marriage.
Oh, absolutely he did. Yes, yes. Most assuredly and enthusiastically.
And Governor Beshear said that Tommy had given him advice on being a good dad. It sounds like he was a pretty great dad.
He was. Tommy held many titles. He was on many boards. But I think the way he'll be remembered by those who knew him and loved him is he was a wonderful friend, first and foremost. That was his great gift. He just was masterful at doing the little things, the little kindnesses that most of us don't even think about. And even when we do, we don't carry through on them. But Tommy always did. I mean, last night when we got home from the hospital, my son showed me a card that Tommy had sent him with a nice note congratulating him on graduating from law school, along with a gift card for ice cream. And he kept it, a year and a half later. A small thing, but a meaningful thing. And that's what Tommy did each and every day of his life. And that's why he means so much to so many.
We're all so consumed in our careers, and he had an important job at this bank, and a pillar of the community, as you said, on many boards. But I think it's so lovely that that's the thing you hold dear about him is the friendships, the quality of the friendships he had, not just with you, but with so many people, and that is the most important thing in the end.
It absolutely is, and I think that's his legacy. And I saw the governor yesterday at the hospital, and we talked briefly, and he asked how I was doing and how we can best remember Tommy. And I said, I think the best way we can remember him is to kind of step into the breach and carry on his legacy of caring for people. We can all care a little more, do a little bit better with the small kindnesses. And every time we do that, we can think of Tommy and smile and thank him for that lesson and his wonderful memory.
John Brown, thank you for that. I really appreciate it. Thank you for taking time to be with us tonight. I'm so sorry for your loss and everybody in the community's loss. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Coming up next, one of the two Tennessee Democratic state representatives expelled for protesting gun violence joins us the day after he was reinstated. His thoughts on Tennessee's Republican governor today calling for some tougher gun laws. And later, when 4 Americans were kidnapped by a Mexican drug cartel, the abduction was seen around the world, their fate unknown for days. Well, tonight, my conversation with the 2 survivors telling their story for the first time exclusively to CNN.
Ever get a sign the universe is trying to tell you something?
Clues are all around us.
Not that one. That's the one. At University of Phoenix, you could earn your master's degree in less than a year for under $11K. Learn more at phoenix.edu.
We got pregnant with our daughter, and it was then that we kind of realized that we needed a regular babysitter.
At Care.com, you can find a babysitter or nanny who's just right for you. Find care for all you love. Care.com.
Own a small to medium-sized business? You may qualify for the Employer Retention Tax Credit up to $26,000 per employee. Not alone, the money is yours if your business suffered during COVID with revenue drops or government shutdowns. Time is limited. Go to RefundsPro.com now. Takes 5 minutes, and the average refund is $247,000. With RefundsPro.com's no refund, no fee promise, if you don't receive a refund, you pay nothing.
This country has never been so divided. Are you a licorice lover or hater? We at Licorice.com have 50-plus gourmet flavors that you'll flip out over. Get some for yourself or a licorice lover in your life. Licorice lovers unite at Licorice.com.
So who climbs ladders to clean their gutters?
Dad, I keep telling you it's dangerous.
Climbing ladders is too dangerous. Leaf Filter puts an end to that.
So how does it work?
Leaf Filter's 3-piece system filters out leaves and debris, letting water flow through freely.
Do we need to replace our gutters?
Great question. Leaf Filter could be installed right on top of your existing gutters.
We're sold.
Call 833-LEAF-FILTER or go to getleaffilter.com for your free gutter inspection and estimate.
It's hard to contain your excitement when you get something you've really wanted. Like the gold standard in automotive protection, WeatherTech floor liners. With deep sculpted channels and laser measured for total protection in the front, back, and even up the sides.
Dad, you're going viral.
What? WeatherTech me.
So don't be shy, enjoy. Order your premium American-made products at WeatherTech.com.
The future. The way you see it is said to depend on where you sit. At X-Chair, we think it also gets down to how you sit, which is why our technology is light years ahead. X-Chair has done it again with our groundbreaking LMX technology, providing hours of infinite comfort no matter where in the world you're sitting. By synthesizing the universe's elements, bringing hot, cold, and touch into one extraordinary seating experience, our mission is to help you discover that every workday can happen with body and mind in an out-of-this-world place of comfort and productivity. X-Chair is charting a new course, helping workers everywhere find comfort as their work worlds zoom back and forth. Even though your work reality may continue to shift, we've got our eye on the future of work, so you can focus on the present. At X-Chair, we're gazing ahead. And from where we sit, the future still feels good. Visit xchair.com to find out how you can own an X-Chair for only $20 a month. xchair.com.
Red Lobster presents fun dining. Taste buds need not be faithful to one shrimp dish. Thrill them with shrimp 3 ways. Try the new Cajun Shrimp Trio, richly seasoned with Cajun flavor. That's a bold new way for shrimp 3 ways. Welcome to fun dining.
Tennessee's Republican Governor Bill Lee today urged state lawmakers to pass new gun control measures. He's asking the legislature for what he calls an order protection law to keep weapons out of the hands of those who might be a danger to themselves or others. The governor also says he'll sign an executive order strengthening the state's background checks. This comes 2 weeks and a day since the gunman murdered 3 children and 3 adults at a school in the state capital, Nashville. It comes 4 days after 2 black Democratic state representatives were expelled for violating decorum in a protest on the floor of the state legislature. And a day after one of those lawmakers, Nashville Representative Justin Jones, was reinstated. Tomorrow, officials in Memphis could do the same for his colleague, Justin Pearson. Justin Jones joins us now. Representative Jones, I appreciate you being back with us. I'm wondering what your reaction is to Governor Lee's call for those gun safety measures.
Yes, well, thank you so much for having me, Anderson. I think that it's a clear example of Frederick Douglass's wisdom that power concedes nothing without a demand, that we have an NRA-endorsed governor finally taking action on gun laws because of these young people marching and continuing to exert pressure on the governor. I actually met with him this afternoon, along with other members of the Nashville delegation, and I really see a change of heart, and I'm hopeful for the days ahead that we can pass some common sense gun laws to protect our kids and our students and our community as a whole. So I think it's an important step forward for our state.
Do you believe he may actually even go farther?
Today we met with him, and I was sitting right next to him, and I said, I let him know that, Governor, that this is a moment where we must be willing to stand up to special interests like the NRA, like the Tennessee Firearms Association. We must be willing to risk something politically, and I really saw a change of heart in our governor, sitting with him today. And I'm hopeful that this continued pressure will get us some common sense gun laws. I hope that this is not the end with just this red flag law, but we can pass laws to ban assault weapons. I hope we can pass laws to have universal background checks. That's what we're fighting for. These young people are asking us to do. And so I'm hopeful that if we continue to sustain pressure, I know there's another protest planned on Thursday, on Monday. I mean, these young people are leading a movement here in Tennessee and in Nashville particularly. And I'm hopeful that it will continue to inspire action from our governor and my colleagues here in the legislature. I really, being back today has been surreal, but I've seen a change of culture and in the spirit here at the Tennessee General Assembly.
Yeah, well, let me ask you, what was it like to walk back on the House floor and speak in front of the other members after you were reinstated, looking right at those who had voted you out?
It was it was very emotional, I think, to see that this body that a week after the mass shooting hit Nashville, a part of the community that I represent, Nashville, my colleagues chose to expel us rather than take action on common sense gun laws. So to come back and to say, let's refocus the conversation on common sense gun laws to protect our young people, to protect our communities from weapons of war on our streets. It was very emotional, but it was also very hopeful because there's thousands of people gathered there who walked with me from City Hall to the legislature to be re-sworn in and to walk back into the chamber. And the truth be told, it sent a message that democracy will not be killed in the comfort of silence, that democracy will not be killed without a voice of moral dissent challenging it. And so I think that they thought that Thursday no one would pay attention, no one would challenge what they did. But the complete opposite happened. The community rose up and fought for this vision of multiracial democracy that we'll continue to fight for. I really believe that their attempt to crucify democracy has really resurrected a movement here in Tennessee for a multiracial democracy, a democracy that really lifts up the voices of our marginalized communities and all Tennesseans. And I think it's having national implications, so I'm very hopeful for the days ahead.
Representative Justin Jones, I appreciate your time. Thank you.
Thank you, Anderson.
Coming up, you may remember this. Video was seen around the world. 4 Americans kidnapped in Mexico last month. Only 2 survived. Their fates were unknown to the world or to them for 4 days. Tonight, CNN exclusive, my conversation with the 2 surviving Americans, Latavia Washington McGee and Eric Williams. They remember the 2 friends who were killed. Also, there's the torment and abuse that they suffered and the wounds that linger to this day.
Wish you could get the feeling of a relaxing foot massage just by walking around? Now you can with new Skechers Massage Fit footwear. The unique Wave technology is designed to gently massage your foot with every step and are machine washable. Keep your feet happy all day long with new Skechers Massage Fit.
Introducing Astapro Allergy. Now available without a prescription. Astapro is the first and only 24-hour steroid-free spray. While Flonase takes hours, Astapro starts working in 30 minutes. So you can Astapro and go.
This is what it feels like to file with TaxSlayer.
I'm the refund boss. All your refunds belong to me.
Nope, not today. Save up to 80% when you file with TaxSlayer. Start for free.
Oh, Booking.com.
I'm going to somewhere, anywhere. A beach house, a tree house. Honestly, I don't care.
Find the perfect vacation rental for you. Booking.com,
Yeah.
Now's the time for cleaner indoor air with an air duct cleaning from Stanley Steamer. You've known us for carpet cleaning, but we've been cleaning air ducts for over 20 years. We do things the right way, cleaning your entire system. So if you need an air duct cleaning, call 1-800-STEAMER today.
For the life you're making, Etsy has it.
Spot does it obediently. Good boy. Wonderful pistachios. Get cracking.
I'm Joey.
I'm Anita, and this is our real Ring story. One time when I was out of town, my husband Joey collapsed. I got notified right away and got him the help he needed.
Ring helped save my life.
Learn more at ring.com. Tonight on CNN Primetime, Caitlin Collins is joined by Republican 2024 candidate Asa Hutchinson. The former Arkansas governor is challenging Donald Trump for the GOP nomination. As the gun and abortion rights debates rage, where does he stand? CNN Primetime, tonight at 9.
Make a move in the most electrifying Honda vehicles yet. Like the CR-V and Accord, with available hybrid powertrains designed for more responsive performance and more advanced tech. When you drive a Honda, you're driving with the 2022 Kelley Blue Book's KBB.com Best Value brand. Get moving and find the Honda for you. Buy online, reserve from select dealers, or visit your local Honda dealer today.
Moving forward starts with getting answers about where we are.
What is the city doing to support local small businesses?
How can we make our streets and subways safer?
We use our expertise to analyze the answers, so we know where our city is and where it's going.
What New Yorkers want to know, Inside City Hall is here to find out. And we do it every weeknight at 7 and 11 here on New York One. Also available on the Spectrum News app, exclusively on Spectrum.
I'm Lauren Fox on Capitol Hill, and this is CNN.
CNN exclusive now, detailing a terrifying abduction by a Mexican drug cartel. You likely remember the story in this video. 4 Americans who crossed the border into Mexico being taken by a cartel, thrown in the back of a truck. 2 of them killed, then days later, 2 made it back to the United States alive. Those survivors, Eric Williams and Latavia Washington McGee, have never told their story until tonight. You'll hear them talk about these harrowing moments after the shootout began and what happened during the 4 days in captivity, the threats, the torments they went through. in the final moments of their two friends who were killed. We'll talk with Latavia Washington McGee and Eric Williams in a moment, but first, how it all began. We warn you, some of the images you'll see tonight are difficult.
The attack came in broad daylight. 4 Americans ambushed by Mexican drug cartel members not long after they crossed the U.S.-Mexico border. In the green shirt, Latavia Washington McGee was forced into the bed of a pickup truck at gunpoint. Her friend